everyone, and welcome to day 20 of this 30-day Authentic Life Challenge. I am Tanya E. Hood, and today we are going to have a conversation about next level notes. Some of you are already familiar with the magic that happens with next level notes, because with these notes, if you get it sealed in the seat of your soul, it will change the trajectory of your life. So here's what I want you to know today: that you were loved before the foundation of the earth was formed. And if you ever get that, there are things that people do that does not benefit them just so that they can feel loved. There are also others that will not be their authentic self because they don't feel they will be loved. If you start paying enough attention to the fact that before the world ever began, God predestined you to be his child, and you were adopted by Jesus into the family of God. Knowing that information will have you do things a little bit different. You won't have to fight the unique nature of who you are, because that you will already know is okay. We sometimes forget that we are to be who we truly are, because your authenticity allows others to be authentic as well. And you can often have this happen at church. Now, let me preface this by saying that church is not the building, it's the people. I am so grateful that I have a family of brothers and sisters and aunts and cousins and grandparents. When you have that dynamic available to you by people that have a mindset of God, it gives you insight into the belief that the basic definition of family, simply meaning related things, is that we are in relation with God, his love, his thought about us, his ideas about who we are. That's the part that makes you family. And when you have like-minded individuals that have the same goal and desire to let God's love shower over you, since you were already loved by God before time began, I am so grateful that God took the opportunity and chose to love me by stepping out of eternity into time so that I can have eternity as well. See, God's kingdom program still exists. God still wants us to be unique. God still wants us to be flowering, flourishing individuals to do the things of the kingdom. See, a church is supposed to be like an embassy. An embassy carries the rules and regulations of the country that they're in. But too many times we find the body of God's church not operating under his rules and regulation. As a result, people that go to church end up with church hurt because they don't feel the love that they thought they were supposed to receive. Because in the middle of your soul, God already exists and his love is already abiding in you. But if you're placed in an environment that does not let you know that you are loved, it's difficult to see him. It's difficult to feel him when you're surrounded by people that are supposed to represent him, not doing that well. I need you to understand that you are loved. From the top of your head to the soles of your feet, you are loved. You have family in the body of God, because there are people that are looking to have some close bond somewhere or another. We are all about relationships. That's the whole thing about this thing called life, building relationships. If you have a better relationship with yourself, you can have a better relationship with others. And God will give you the idea, the clue, the insight to be able to function. By having a better relationship with him, you can have a family. So today, on day 20, I want you to recognize God's love for you. I want you to know that you can be your authentic self. I want you to realize that the creator and sustainer of the universe wants you to love, be loved, and be yourself in love. So if you want to continue this conversation, join me on Zoom. That's where the magic is happening. The true insight from this challenge is happening on Zoom, because we're continuing this conversation. We're moving through the process of having deeper discussions about every single day. We are almost over. So if you want to go deeper into this, join me. Go to my website, tanyaehood.com. Click the link to register. That way you can be sent the Zoom link to join me. In the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose, and I want you to do the same.